Hi BookTube! I'm here today with my review of Mort, which is a Discworld novel. So it's written by Terry Pratchett. It was first published in 1987. It's obviously fantasy since I said it's part of Discworld. So it's the fourth overall in the Discworld series, but it's the first in the Death sub-series. So if you're not at all familiar with the Discworld series, it's contains more than 40 books. But you don't have to read them chronologically in order publication date, because within those 40 books are kind of sub-series that kind of concentrate on a character or a series of characters or place. So this is the first in the Death series, where Death is the main character. Basically, it's Death wants an apprentice, Mort wants a job. They are a match made in, I would say heaven, but it's Deathland. I don't know if that's what you call it. In Death's home. Yes, it's kind of like a Bildungsroman, where we're following Mort, who is this gangly teenager, I guess on the cusp of becoming a new man, and we follow him as he learns this trade, and eventually blossoms into a gangly young man. And it's laced throughout with humor and insight, as we come to expect from Terry Pratchett. You know, this is meant to be funny. It's meant to almost be like a parody of certain plot devices and tropes within the larger fantasy world. But it works. It works. And through those funny moments and through those absurdity within the book, we get insights and thought-provoking moments. I like the way that Terry Pratchett went about introducing death to us, and he did that through the eyes of a mortal person. Not immortal, I said mortal. I hope that came across. Because it humanizes death, quite literally, as Mort is a human becoming death. We, get to see it through his eyes. And we get to see that death is not just this mysterious figure. He has a sense of humor. He has a personality. He has a family. Who would have thunk? But he also has this strong sense of duty to the world, and takes his job very seriously. Yeah, I really, really like the character of Death. This is the second time I've read about Death. The first one was Hogfather, where Death takes the place of the Santa Claus in Discworld. Yeah, and I mean, it's Terry Pratchett writing it, so I mean, it's funny and it's easy to read and it's awesome. It's fast-paced. It's there's certain authors out there where you can just say their name and you know their writing style. So you say Terry Pratchett and you know the writing style, right? So on the surface we have kind of, this kind of superficial, funny story, but when you look at it, you really are tackling with questions of identity and of morality and of looking at death in a different way, and maybe why humans aren't such good, reapers, aren't good at determining, remaining, I'm looking for the word, of remaining detached from humanity, that maybe we need to be addressed in certain manners, in certain ways. Yeah, so that's Mort. It is awesomely funny and a good introduction to death. And let me know if you're reading the Discworld novels and what your favorite sub-series is. Mine is Death. Yeah, it's the one I've read the least of, but the one I like the most so far. Thank you for watching.